Frenemies Reloaded is cancelled. Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. I want to take this time to properly introduce myself. My name is Jem. A couple of people already know my name from a live chat I did a couple of weeks ago. But to everybody else, yes, my name is Jem. And I wanted to take this opportunity to just connect with everyone who likes this channel and to let everyone know what I have in store for the future. So it's called Frenemies Reloaded because of the podcast when it was on. But going back over it, I saw so many things that I didn't really know before, especially because I didn't know much of anything about Trisha until the podcast. And even while it was on, I never sought out her channel to even know what she was up to. I just knew whatever was on the show. But as we know, there's only a set amount of episodes. And I always envisioned that the show ended in June of 2021 and that I would do my series on the podcast and I would end it around June, like at the 1 year mark. That was always my frame of mind that, okay, I didn't want to take it past a year. But at the same time, if I'm not talking about frenemies, it's okay because they're still doing their thing on the internet. And I will still use that time to talk about them in relation to each other. Because the one thing I see of Ethan, or I can tell about Ethan, is you can't tell him to stop talking about someone. If he wants to talk about you, he will talk about you. The one thing I know about him. So with Trisha, I know he said for reasons he's not going to talk any further. But what did he do? Didn't he just talk about her right there? I do have a planned update for the streamies. Hopefully it will be up soon. But he brought her up again. This is how I know you can't shut Ethan up. This man is willing to go to court to keep talking his stuff. He is willing to go to court not to shut his mouth. All right? That's how I know Ethan doesn't stop. So because of that, he will, I think, in the future, he will continue to bring up Trisha. And we know Trisha doesn't stop either. I noticed now, since her last public outburst, she hasn't mentioned Ethan again. But don't think that she stopped either. She's just biding her time. She's biding her time and she's waiting for her perfect opportunity to talk her talk when she's ready about Ethan. Maybe not now. You know why too? You see her numbers? Trisha's numbers are going up. She was at a lull at one point, but they're slowly kind of going up. Not to where they were before at her extreme height, but they're creeping up there. And she loves that. I think the only differences too is a lot of drama channels are reporting on her more than before. And even with Ethan kind of slowing down talking about her, the drama channels are picking up. And she's benefiting from it. But the thing is, the way she spends, even the increased viewership she is getting, I mean, really, is not really going to do much for her. But I think for her to even see the numbers are slightly up, she's on a high right now. She probably thinks she doesn't need to mention Ethan. But the fact that Ethan is mentioning her, she's going to have to. She can't help herself. Okay, so I will still moving forward talk about frenemies. I'm going to rebrand. I'm going to change the name from Frenemies Reloaded to something else. Gem something. I'm still kind of weighing out the name, but it's going to be Gem something. So just so you know, the Frenemies Reloaded series will continue. That will forever be a staple on my channel. I will be talking about Ethan and Trisha. You know, I have to prepare you guys for when the reunion happens. Oops. You guys don't think there's going to be a reunion? I would have done a video on this, but I'll let you guys know now because I know not a lot of people are going to watch this. So the people that do, you're going to be in the know for when I do a big video on it. I'm like 99% sure there's going to be a reunion. There's a 1% chance there won't be. And even though it's a 1% chance, that 1% is a big, big 1%, if that makes any sense. But 99% there will be a Frenemies reunion. And you know why? You know why? Because the show's called Frenemies. The show is Frenemies. They are in their right to whatever point in time. I don't care if it's 10 years from now. They can bring that show back. We can't be mad. No, we can't be mad because the show is called Frenemies. It wouldn't be fake. It wouldn't be fake. It wouldn't be like, oh, it's all made up, it's all for views. No, it would be genuine that they were really upset at one moment in time and then they came back together to continue the podcast. It would work. You guys have to just free your mind and the rest will follow. You guys have to let it be and not get mad if it does happen. Now, here's the thing. If Ethan thinks or Trisha thinks they can go along happy and get back together and kumbaya. No, that's not what I'm saying. It's still going to be mad drama, and people will be very upset with Ethan. How dare he go back to Trisha or allow Trisha the platform? Yeah, people are going to get mad. People are going to get mad. And maybe it would not be worth it for Ethan. You know, maybe people are going to be that mad that it's not even worth him doing it. But he could have like some kind of special, like once every 6 months or something. But that show can come back because the foundation is there. They don't like each other, but they have to deal with each other. You think now that Ela is about to give birth, or maybe she just did, I hope she had a safe delivery if it already happened. But you don't think that Moses is not going to want to meet his new nephew, or if he didn't have some kind of connection to his other nephew, their first child? There's going to be that kind of weighing on them. And then now that Trisha is going through fertility treatments, you don't think they're going to want to have their little cousins, the little cousins playing together if they're going to be close in age? It's a family situation, and although we can be on the outside looking in saying, you guys need to stay away from each other, you guys shouldn't be together, this is a big mess, she's toxic. All of that can be true, but it's their family. And I don't care if Ela wakes up tomorrow and says she misses Moses and she wants a relationship again with him. She's allowed to do that because that's her brother. That's her big brother. If she wants to do that, she has every right to do that. If Moses wakes up the next day and he's like, I miss my little sister, and he wants a relationship with his little sister, am I going to get mad at Ela if Moses says he wants to be back in the family? And no, I wouldn't be mad at her because that's her family. I can say what I want to say, but I could understand why people want to remain close to their family. And I wouldn't say anything, you know, that's on them. We could say whatever we want here, but it's understandable. We all had situations in families, and because it's our family, they can get away with way much more than anyone else could get away with. So I can see if Moses and Trisha had a baby, you know, that's the perfect in for them to say, even if it's off screen and you know, the relationship comes back together off screen. Here comes Ethan and Trisha like, hey, hey, if we're together, if we have to be together, might as well bring back the podcast. And I would watch. Don't think you wouldn't watch too. You would watch. Okay, so this is what I want to do. You see these people right here? The first day this video came out, I saw it. I saw it on my homepage. No, it wasn't on my homepage. I saw it on trending. And I was like, who are these people? And I clicked on the video. Okaybaby. I clicked on the video, did not know anything about them. And I was like, oh, I'm going to do a video on these folks. But I was in the middle of Frenemies Reloaded. I didn't know much about them, but I had stuff to say. And then what I realized is a lot of people after, like people like jump on stuff really fast. They, you know, a lot of videos came out and then I was like, people already did videos on it. Maybe I shouldn't do a video. But here's the thing with me. It's not about how fast I can come up with a video. I want you to know that if I do a video, it's because I see something in that video that I'm reviewing or reacting to that I haven't seen anybody else say. And I want to always have a video that you can watch and see something that you didn't see in other videos. Or you thought of something and nobody else mentioned it before and you are just thinking, oh, how come nobody mentioned this? How come nobody mentioned this? I want to be that person where you're watching and you're like, yes, that's exactly what I was thinking. I'm so glad someone said it. That's the person I want to be. So in every video I do, it might not necessarily be that you know the people involved, like the Okaybaby. I don't know them, but I know I have something to say about them that I didn't hear anybody else say. And with Frenemies and with the Okaybaby breakup, the thing to me that I want people to know is it's not really about the people involved. It's about the situation that they are living through. And we can see things and different people that may not look like us, may not be in the same state as us, but we can relate because we've been through the same experience. If you haven't been through a breakup, maybe your parents broke up. Maybe your best friend broke up. And even though it's not your breakup, there's some aspects of it that you can relate to. So that's why I would take the Okaybaby situation and go through it and just point out things that you can relate to. Even though the situation is not about you, you can see things in it that relate to you. You know, we all go through these types of emotions. That's why Frenemies was perfect. They were family. And that's the thing with family. You can't pick your family. Ethan and Trisha would never have been friends. But because of their family situation, boom, they're stuck together. We all can relate to that, where maybe because we have in-laws, or you can take it to work situations. You would never be friends with these people that you're surrounded with at work. But because you're around each other all the time, you have to interact with them. Even though it's not a frenemies type situation where it's family, it's a work type situation where you're around people that you would normally be around, and this is what happens. So my channel is things that we can look at different situations and relate it to our own lives and to see how we would react or what we would do differently. I find that intriguing, watching people and how they interact. So if you're the type of person that likes that and can relate and likes picking things apart in that way, again, this channel is for you. We're going to look at different people from all over YouTube and analyze their relationship. There's frenemies all throughout YouTube. Like this last episode I just put up. I could have titled that Frenemies, right? I could have titled that Frenemies. And I was thinking like, oh, look, another frenemy situation. You guys should start a podcast. That's what I was thinking. All right, these two right here. These two right here, you know how long I've been biting my tongue on these two right here? I went to my homepage and you know they had the nerve to put this on my homepage. They had the nerve. That's it. Okay, I really bit my tongue with this last one. You know how I was going to stop everything? Because me and these family vloggers, we have a problem. I don't play with children. So when I see these parents and what they're up to, I have a problem. I have a big problem. That picture, when I saw that picture on my homepage, because I've been watching Ace Family, I think when they moved. Oh yeah, the whole thing with them losing their house. So I was all up in that. So now they're on my homepage, that's fine. But then when I saw this thumbnail, like it bothered me. Like it really bothered me. And so I was so bothered that I couldn't even do a video on it. Because too, that's another thing I want you all to know, is that I want you to leave my channel in a good mood and feeling happy. If you watch my video at the start of the day, I want the rest of your day to go well. If you watch my video at the end of the night, I want you to go to sleep feeling good. And even when I have my videos with the creepy endings and all of that stuff, it's just for entertainment. It's creepy, but I want it to be a little funny too. And even though I may touch on topics that are controversial, I don't want you to leave my videos with a heavy heart. And so even the way I touch on certain topics and leave certain things out is because I want you to be able to, if you want to, or if you can handle certain topics, you go to other channels that will discuss it in greater detail, and you can get that all there, which is what I do too. I love that there are different channels that relate the same information, but they're going to relate it in a different way, and you know what to expect. So on my channel, I still want you to know, even the heavy subjects that I touch, I want it to be entertaining in a way, and I want you to leave my videos feeling good. If I bring up a problem, I want to say, okay, now this is the solution. So, okay, so with this Ace Family, that thumbnail really made me upset, and then I just had to not touch it for a while. But then I saw this one, and I'm like, no, I'm going in on these people because they need to be gone in on even more. So I will be doing a video on them. Ace Family Reloaded. Yes, it is coming. It is coming. It will be here. What's next? What's next? Who else? Okay, because this is my... Okay, no. I have to talk more. This is my issue with these family vloggers and this thumbnail. This is the end result, right? This is how it starts, all lovey-dovey, but this is the end result. And it's only how fast or how slow you get to that end result. But this is the end result. Family vloggers, this is a warning. This is where you're headed. So yeah, I have to do my series on that. So that's coming up throughout the month of February. Back to Trisha. She's planning fertility treatments and all of that, but her problem is she's jumping on this family vlogging thing too late. Trisha. So let me tell you right now, before any eggs are fertilized, you're not going to have a clear road with family vlogging like yesteryear. You're jumping in it too late. Trisha's the type of person, she will have her baby You know what she do? This is Trisha. She'll have her baby, you know, her infant, and she'll be playing with the infant and not supporting the baby's head and doing a little jig with the baby, you know, with the hands and the little jig, and the baby's head's not supported. She'll film that video and then she'll wait for it, wait for it, wait for it. Then all the comments are going to be, how come you're not supporting the baby's head? And then wait for it, wait for it, wait for it. The next day, she's going to be like, oh, can you believe people are talking about that I wasn't supporting the baby's head? Well, this is this and that. That's what she's going to do. This is what she's going to do. She's going to troll with her baby. The only reason why I'm talking about her baby right now is because the baby doesn't exist. So I'll probably stop talking when there is an actual baby. But she's going to troll. She's going to troll with her baby. Just so you guys know, don't act surprised. And for the people who know, I'm not talking to you. I'm talking about those who don't know. You're all like standing beside me and we're all saying the same thing to these newbies that don't know. Yes, she's going to troll with her baby. She's going to take the baby out and put the baby on the cement with no shoes on. Like walking with no shoes on, and then she's gonna wait for it, and then, you know, people are gonna be like, how come your baby's not wearing shoes? How come your baby's, and then she's gonna be like, oh, I can't believe people are talking about the baby okay, we're just letting you know, this is what she's gonna do. She's gonna troll with her baby. She's gonna do like these little things that are gonna irk people. She's not gonna take the baby and, you know, toss it like a football. She's not gonna do stuff like that. She's gonna do these little trolling things to irk people. That's what she's gonna do. She's gonna irk you and then act like she's not irking you. Just so you know. But this is where Trisha's gonna mess up. You jumped on the bandwagon too late. You're not gonna get away with family vlogging like those ones of yesteryears, because even they know now they have to change up their stuff. But keep on watching, because I'm gonna do something on family vloggers and we're gonna see why. I'm gonna use the Ace family, but you're gonna take the Ace family, and from the Ace family, you're gonna take what I say and apply it to all whatever family vloggers you watch. I'm taking the Ace family because they're one of the most popular ones. Everybody knows about them. But you take that to whatever else. You don't think, and this is where Trisha's messing up too. She's having her own child. If Trisha could, if it was possible for Trisha to adopt a child, she would have had a child yesterday. She would have had a child from pick whatever country, because these other countries got smart and they start changing the rule. They stopped giving their children out to any old people. Remember before? It's not like back in the day, Trisha, when you could go to whatever third world country and pick up a child and walk out of that child. What, didn't they have to change the rules after Madonna? Who was it? Madonna or one of these celebrities? Because it was a thing. They just go to whatever country and just pick up a child. They had to start changing the rules. Trisha would have had a child. She would have adopted a child and walk around with that child for content. And then when she was finished with that child, she would have shipped that child back FedEx style. She would have. Why? Why do I know Trisha would have done it? Because somebody else already did that. Didn't these people right there, didn't she do that? Didn't she ship her child back FedEx style? Nah. You all let these people play too much with children. The audacity. Can you imagine, like, she was able to get away with that? It takes a lot, first of all, to have children and then adopt a child. When I say it takes a lot, you have to be of such amazing character to have your own children and then take in an adopted child and treat that child as you treat your other children. And I'm not saying that it's impossible, because there are people who do it, right? There are people who do it and they can do it. It's not that they couldn't have children. No, they've had children. And then on top of that, they wanted to adopt. There are people who do it and they do it well. But these YouTubers, they're not those people. Sorry. Nope, 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 nope. Nope. Not gonna believe it. Maybe there's one out there, okay? I always have to say there is this one. There is one. There is one out there. I haven't seen that one, but I know there's one out there. And if there's one, there couldn't be two. But I have not seen it. And this one right here shipped her child back UPS style. This one right here. You know how I know she already treated that child not like her children? It's because she hasn't shipped her children anywhere. She could find one to ship off, but she didn't ship off any of her other children. Therefore, what's the difference? The same way she put that child up for adoption, she could have put any one of her other children up for adoption. You can do that. There's no law against that. You can put your child up for adoption. Child that you birthed. You can do that. Can you do that? Can you? But she managed to find the one child that wasn't hers to ship back. Okay. These people. So yeah, Trisha, this is where you messed up. You cannot adopt a child, which if there is a reason why, I'm going to trust those in charge, because if you've said before you cannot because of whatever you have going on, so I'm going to say it's a good thing, but you can have your own child. But here's the thing, Trisha. You watch it. It's not like before with these family vloggers. Things are going to change. Things are going to change. But again, I'll save that for my family vlogging series. Family Vloggers Reloaded. Okay, what else are we going to talk about? Oh, we're going to talk about this right here. Don't think I don't remember about this right here. It should have came out already. Sometimes I like to take my time. I just like to take my time and just think about what I'm going to say and really go into this character right here. This Moses. All right. So, you know, I have my thumbnails and everything. Okay. Like, it's going to happen. Okay. I was going to do this video too. Trolling. Again, another thing to show you I'm serious. The thing about it is you have to be careful of certain names that you say on YouTube, because a lot of these YouTubers have attack dogs. And you mention a name and they are going to send their attack dogs onto you. Doesn't matter what you say if you just mention their names. But I'm still going to do it because I'm telling you, you guys are going to like this one. This one's going to be good. But I'm all about the jokes, all right? I'm having so much fun with this video right here. My trolling video. I am having so much fun doing it. And so because it's so fun, and I know there's going to be attack dogs, but I don't care. I have to release it because you know what? My video is going to be funny. It's going to be jokes. I mean, we're talking about trolls, right? So are we going to really take trolls seriously? No, it's going to be a funny video. And all you attack dogs that will come because I mentioned whatever name, person's name, just chill. It's supposed to be funny. Not everything's meant to start a war over. Okay, what else? What else? What else? Where are we going? Where are we going? Yeah, but what should I call it? Troll alert? I think I'm going to call this video Troll alert. I really want to do lives. Even this video here, it would have been funny with a live and I could really interact with people and we can just all talk and I can see what you're saying to what I'm saying. I'm not set up. Okay, I had like a little computer issue, right? I'm like, oh my goodness, I need to get a better computer because these laptops don't give you any like you have nothing with these laptops. So I was like, I want to get a computer that I can do all my stuff on, all my editing. And the thing is, a computer I want costs a lot of money. So then I'm like, is it worth it? Is it worth paying that much money for YouTube videos? Because it'll just be YouTube videos. But you all, I have a vision. What I'm giving you now is, I would say, for real, like 30 to 40% of what I could do. I want you guys to watch my videos and be entertained. And right now, I think I'm operating on a 30-40% level. And that is unacceptable. So I'm using that as my reason. I don't know if that's a good enough reasons to get this new computer. But I think I would be able... Oh, and I would be able to do like lives and stuff. I want to set up my lives because right now I'm already running out of this. Okay, so this is what I did. I had these computer issue and then I'm like, okay, I need to get a better computer. And I was thinking about it. And then the thing is when I went to order it, got everything. Okay, I got it tricked out with everything I needed. And then they're like, oh, this is going to take 6 to 8 weeks to be delivered. And I was like, are you kidding me? 6 to 8 weeks. And that's why I didn't buy it. Because I was going to. If you're telling me if I can press this button right now, and it's going to show up by tomorrow, I would have bought it. Probably it's good that I didn't buy it at the time, but I would have bought it. But I was like, oh, I can't wait that long because I needed it now. So what I did was I bought like the cheapest one I could buy because it was coming like the next day. So I just bought it. And sure enough, I was editing my videos and then boom, there's no gigabyte. Like I have to buy something with more memory. But yeah, I have to buy something with more memory. And it's going to take a couple of weeks to deliver. That's the only thing. So I haven't bought it yet because I'm like, I can't wait that long. And then I'm thinking too, if I wait a little longer, it might be available faster if I wait to when I order it. So I'm just playing this little game with myself. But I want to do lives to keep you all abreast of what I'm going to be coming out with. And just to talk and touch base and to have you all give me your opinions or if you've seen anything that you want me to comment on or do a video about. I want to do something where I'm checking in with you all maybe once a week or maybe even once a month. Whatever time will allow. But I think that'll be fun because even doing this, I would rather do this while talking to you all at the same time. I want to hear what you all have to say. The audience that I have You all are very intelligent. You all pick up at things that I might have missed. I'm going to mention a couple of those things in my Moses movie because there are certain things a couple of people in the comments mentioned that I saw. And I was like, yes, that makes sense. And I like when things make sense. Because to me, this is how I look at things. I look at situations and I say, but that doesn't make sense or that makes sense. Because I can put myself in different people's shoes. I can see where people are going in their frame of mind. But sometimes when I hit a wall where somebody's doing something and I can't understand why they're doing it. Okay, let me mention this because like I said, I know a lot of people aren't going to watch this. So I can say it here. You guys just keep it between us. I'll say it here. And then I'm going to also mention it in my video. But I'm going to tell you now because this is what I'm thinking. I want to thank the people who mentioned it in the comments because I know the first couple of people that mentioned it, I was like, whoa. And I typed back to them like, yes, thank you. This makes sense. Okay. Ethan and Moses. All right. Let me just give you, this is kind of part of what I'm talking about. Ethan would always, because there was a couple of times or one time in particular, way before Frenemies, when Trisha was on the podcast just to be interviewed. And when they were talking about Moses, Ethan said that Moses is very successful. He's very successful and stuff. So I'm like, oh, okay. And then I would hear that he makes furniture. So I made this one comment in one of my videos that, oh, okay, Moses makes furniture. So that takes a long time to make. And how much money can he make? Because he's building these furnitures. And then somebody pointed out, which made sense. They said, no, it's not that Moses makes the furniture. He designs the furniture. So he'll design it and then he has the people to go and make it. And I was like, thank you. Because that makes complete and total sense. But Ethan and Ela, they would say he makes furniture. And so that's what I'm thinking. This man is sitting there with a hammer and some nails. But if they were to say he designed furniture, it's like, okay, no, that makes sense. So I can see him being successful, designing furniture, and, you know, he's having it, his employees or contracting it out, whatever, having it made for his clients. That makes total sense. He can be very successful doing that. Complete sense. But here's the thing. Let me make sure this thing's still recording. Yes. You tell me why. And I can't believe I'm giving this away right now. Okay, but this is one of my stuff, my points. Why? I don't want to give it away. Wait, let me think how I'm going to say this. Okay. You guys, wait till my video comes out, okay? I don't want to give away this part of it. This is what doesn't make sense to me. You guys, leave it alone, all right? Wait, please wait until my video comes out before you guys start doing videos on this. This is what always was off to me. Why I'm like, there's something funny with Moses' money. Moses' money is funny. Listen, anytime Trisha and Moses or whatever, Trisha to bring up, Moses, sorry, I'm just remembering. She'd be like, Moses bought me this necklace. Okay, and like the necklace, like I would have to squint. To see the necklace, like I would squint. She's like, Moses bought me this necklace, and then Ethan would be like, Moses, how are you affording this? Listen, Ethan would say that. Come on, don't let me add clips into this little chat because I will add these clips in. But I'm not going to. I just want the people who really want to hear what I have to say to listen to this. Okay, Ethan would say that. And not one time, every time. Sorry. Every time things were brought up with money or whatever, Ethan would always look off the screen to Moses. Like, what is going on here, Moses? Every time. Okay, every time. So you tell me, if this man is designing furniture and is very successful, why is Ethan always like, what's going on, Moses? Where are you getting this? You're going to go. Ethan was always concerned every time when they bought the house. You remember the look on Ethan's face? You bought that house? Like, they were raising Ethan's blood pressure. Okay, so that's why I know. So I'm like, something's up. And then someone wrote a comment, a couple of people, I think. And I know I responded to them. They said, maybe Moses borrowed money from Ethan, or Ethan and Ela gave Moses money, maybe for his building or to help him out with his designing company, whatever. Or they said they felt that Moses borrowed money from Ethan. And that's why Ethan was kind of questioning things. And that made sense to me, because that's what I said. It always has to make sense. Because guess what? I can't tell you what my family members are making. If my family member picked up and bought something, picked up and bought this, picked up and bought new cars or whatever, I'm just like, oh, okay, and keep it pushing. I wouldn't clutch my pearls and say, how can you afford it? Because they bought it, so they bought it. But, if that same family member has been borrowing money from me, and then I turn around and I see they bought this and they bought that, I'm gonna say, how can you afford it? Then I'm gonna clutch my pearls. My blood pressure is gonna raise. I'm gonna say, what's going on? What are you guys doing? How can you pick up and go here and there vacation if you're borrowing money from everybody in the family? Like, that's the only, I'm saying that makes sense. Because if Moses was really successful, as what Ethan said at one point, why is he worried when Moses is purchasing all these things? It's because he knows Moses' money is funny. All right, you guys still here? See, this is why if I was talking to you, I can gauge. I would be able to gauge live chat if you guys are with me or not. I would be able to gauge. Right now, it's like I'm in a dark room and I don't know the furniture that's there. I can't see. But if you're still around and you heard that, that's part of what I'm going to mention in my video about Moses. This is my theory. Because I was always seeing Ethan very much concerned about Moses and his spending habits. And I knew he was concerned, but I didn't know why. And then somebody mentioned, what if Moses was borrowing money from Ethan and Ela? And then I'm like, that makes sense. Then I could see why Ethan was all up and down Moses when Moses would buy something. Okay, that is a tip of the iceberg. Like, you see how much fun I had with that, and I hope you guys were all laughing with me. I really do, because I think it's funny. Because listen, these two are not poor. They're not going to be in the poorhouse. Don't feel sorry for them. I don't care if they are $1 million in debt. Don't even worry about it, because guess what? How long did these two stay in their house without paying mortgage? How long did these two stay in their house without paying mortgage? You think I'm worried about Trisha and Moses? No, the Ace family already taught us you can live in a house on top of a hill and not pay anything for 2 years. This is America. Yes, you can loaf. You can catch up in anybody's house that you do not own. Your name is not on it. And if you are willing to live without gas, if you are willing to not have heat, you can stay wherever you want as long as it looks pretty enough. Right? The Ace family taught us that. So you don't know what's going on in Trisha and Moses' house. Is the gas on? Is the gas on? Trisha, is the gas on in your house? That's what I want to know. Because these two fooled us for 2 years. They went and they fooled us. And then we go back and we see what was really going on. Right? Don't let people start looking for chargers and stuff around your house and like battery operated heating machines. I don't know what you call those. Battery operated heater, plugged in portable heaters. Don't let me start looking for portable heaters in your house. These two are going to be fine. Because what happened to the Ace family? They didn't pay their mortgage for 2 years. You know what that means? That means they saved how many hundreds of thousands of dollars every month by not paying their mortgage. And what happened when they were kicked out? Oh, they moved into another mansion. That's what happens. They just picked up all the money that they used not to pay their bills. They picked up and they moved to another mansion. Who cares if they don't own it? They're still in another mansion. Trisha and Moses, same thing. Don't worry about them. They're going to pick up and they're going to move to another mansion. Okay? It's been done before. Tale as old as time. These people, they don't have money, but they have credit. That's all you need. You have credit. Remember, she married Moses, and the same way she ran up her credit, she's gonna run up Moses' credit. And what? And what? And what? That's what they're gonna do. And they're gonna keep on having first-class flights. And you know the thing is like you can live that millionaire lifestyle on credit, on loans for a very, very long time. This is what they're showing us right now. We all need to pay attention. Nothing is dire. Nothing is dire. And when they really, 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 really need help, guess what? They have family members that are multimillionaires that would bail them out or help them out or get some lawyers to write off stuff or bankruptcy, but they'll still be in another mansion. You know what I mean? They'll still have another mansion. Don't worry about them. Not that we are worried, right? I'm just letting everybody know. Okay, what else? What else? What else? What else? I think I kind of went through everything. And I just want everybody to know again, thank you for even staying this long to listen to what I have to say. I have a lot more in store for my channel, and I want you all to come along for the ride. Did I finish my story about the computer? So it's going to take me a little while longer to get the computer because reasons, but I want my videos to be even more better and more entertaining while you watch. Instead of just sitting down, listening to me rant, I want you all to be able to see different things and unique things. Thank you very much with the Gems Court positive feedback. And really, when that drama was going on, I was in my head, I was like, oh, this is so perfect for like a court case. And I was happy that Rich Lux and Adam McIntyre, that they made up, they resolved their issue. Because with me, if there's a problem, I'm just waiting for the solution. Because in life, we're all going to have problems. Just how fast can we get to the solution? They did a speed run because those two were able to solve their issue. Whatever, it's between them, they solved it, boom, that's on them, that's good. And so what was funny to me was like right after that, it was with Adam McIntyre and Sebastian Soto. And what I liked about that and why I wanted to do the court case is, all things considered, it was kind of a funny problem, right? When I say funny, is in the grand scheme of things, it wasn't a serious problem. But it was a problem. That's what I liked. It wasn't a serious problem, but it was a problem. And so that's why we had to take it to court. And you guys gave your opinion. You're right to have strong opinions because we can all relate to being in a similar situation, whether you feel that you more related to Sebastian's side of it or where you felt you more related to Adam's side of it. It's something where we can put ourselves in and then express our feelings. The only thing I would say to you in that case is whoever you sided with, for whatever your reasons were, let's play a thought experiment. I want you now to put yourself in the other person's shoes. All right. So if you felt more for Sebastian and you could relate more to him, now I want you to pretend you're Adam. And if you felt more you were on Adam's side and you could relate to him, I want you to pretend you were Sebastian. Like really pretend. Don't like be like, oh yeah, I pretend. No. Really put yourself in the other person's shoes. Just so you can feel all their feelings and their emotions and think about how they justified how they reacted. Think about their reasons and why. And if you would have done the same thing if you were in their shoes. So I'm not saying you're to agree with the person, but at least understand why that person reacted the way they did. That's all you have to do. And then sometimes I feel that it can put you in another state of mind. Maybe in the future, now you're going to react different because you know both perspectives, not just your side, but you know the other person's side. And maybe you don't agree with the other person, but you can see why they reacted in the way that they did. Because the one thing I noticed, even though I didn't give my opinion, because I feel like we're in the same space, I didn't want to necessarily take a side, so to speak. And really, it would be beneficial for us to all be on the same page as far as a community, because we more talk about these bigger YouTubers and their drama. So I feel like, okay, I don't want to be in the drama. I want to talk about the drama. But at the same time, I felt that if you want to hear my opinion, and again, I'm bearing it way deep in here, way deep. So only like 2 people are going to hear this portion. So I can talk my talk. But if you listen to both of their stories or their versions of what happened, and things were different in both scenarios. Sebastian came out with a live a couple of hours ago, and I did watch that. Was it late last night? It was last night. And it was nice and long. You guys, I love long. People complain about me. When I say people, a little bit of people, they're like, oh, you talk too much narration. Listen, if you're here, I'm going to talk. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to talk. I'm going to say what I have to say. So if you do not like it, that's what I love about YouTube. They have these other channels that do like, boom, 10 minutes. They'll catch you up on everything in 10 minutes. It's going to take me 2 hours. Yep. What they do in 10 minutes is going to take me 2 hours because, yep, I'm going to go line by line, paragraph by paragraph, word by word. This is what I'm going to do. Because I like long videos. When I'm on YouTube, I look, and if it's over 25 minutes, I'm happy. I want to listen and fall asleep. I want to listen. I want to do the dishes. I want to listen and I want to work. That's what I love, where I don't have to be switching all the time. So again, if you like longer format videos, I'm your girl. Okay, so let me, again, now we're getting real deep into the content, so nobody's here. And maybe right now I'm talking to myself, and even better because this is what I have to say. When you look at both of their versions of this story, the one thing that was very clear, like you didn't have to listen to anything else after, because the one thing that they made sure to make clear that I heard both of them say pretty much is from like the very first couple of interactions, even before meeting. This is just in DMs or in live chats and in whatever else, in comments on YouTube. These two didn't like each other. Yep, these two did not like each other. Whether it was oil and water, they did not like each other. They did not mix. They did not mix in the DMs. They did not mix in live chats, which meant that, gee, it's not a surprise they didn't mix in real life, right? They didn't mix in real life for whatever reasons. These two started off on not a good foot. For whatever reasons, they started off in conflict over the besties things. That's how it started. They didn't have any contact before the besties, right? To even say there was any kind of a relationship. Their relationship started trying to settle a conflict that didn't really get settled. Did you notice that? They had the issue with the besties, Sebastian, or they kind of argue over who came to who first, but whatever it was, that was the first interaction over besties, over a controversy. That's how it started. And it didn't get resolved properly, because what you heard after that was, even through their DMs and they quote unquote settled it, no, the issue was still there. It didn't get settled. So yeah, when you start off on a bad foot, if it started on a bad foot, not surprised it ended on a bad foot. Ethan and Trisha, they started off on a bad foot. Not surprised it ended on a bad foot. Hang out with the people that you like, that are nice to you, and be cordial with the rest that you have to interact with, but you may not agree with on a personal level. Just be cordial. And that's that. I think I've said all that I needed to say. I thank you very much for spending your time with me. See you soon.